The following is a Shaw TV sports presentation.
Here we are, the 48th annual BRIT Championship basketball game, the final. Here it is, Saturday night, everybody. It's going to be an unbelievable basketball game. We got two great teams from Winnipeg and from Edmonton.
Yeah, we're Kelly Bowers, the sports longtime face of BRIT, told me that I need to be ready for something here. So I'm not sure what he has up his sleeve. So Kelly Bowers is out there addressing. Some might say Kelly doesn't need a microphone, but
he probably doesn't.
Live on television right now, and that is the folks at Shaw Cable. They have done so much for the BRIT basketball tournament for so many years. It is just unbelievable. There's one guy responsible for that. He was the manager of the Walter Murray Marauders when they won BRIT back in 1990. He is one of the leading sports guys in Saskatoon. He is the #1 fan of BRIT. At this time, the BRIT committee, on behalf of the committee this year.
All right, Trevor, it's all on your shoulders. I feel like I'm going to have to leave my spot here for a second.
I'll try to say good things about you.
His contribution to BRIT is unparalleled. And we would like to call him forward now. He's actually coming down from the Shaw booth. He's on the air tonight. I would ask Nicole Poyer, the BRIT chairperson, to come forward and present this plaque. A gentleman who's just incredible, Mr. Simon Hyatt from Shaw Cable.
Awesome moment here for Simon, being awarded the Dedication to BRIT Award. All right, as Kelly had said, went from manager back at Walter Murray in the 90s when they won the BRIT Championship, and now here continuing the tradition on today. All right, the BRIT Excellence Award. I love it. Congratulations, Simon.
Well, I tell you, you map out a game plan for how you're going to introduce a show, and then all of a sudden they're giving you a plaque. Thank you so much to Kelly Bowers and Nicole Poyer and the whole BRIT organizing committee for that honor, and I certainly accept it gladly on behalf of the entire Shaw crew. Kelly gave me a lot of props there, but it's a definite team effort that we make this happen. So we've still got basketball to go, but first we've got our national anthem, so let's take a listen.
Our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons' command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Very nice job on our national anthem. Just about ready for some BRIT basketball. I'm Simon Hyatt. He's Trevor Myrtle. We're flying by the seat of our pants because they gave me a plaque for something. I don't understand.
They're giving you plaques. You're getting awards. We got things going on.
Now we got a basketball game to talk about. It's Archbishop O'Leary going up against Garden City Fighting Gophers. A battle of Manitoba versus Alberta, our two neighboring provinces, of course. If you missed the first game, just very quickly, want to once again congratulate Martin Laboldis on their 72-64 win. Now it's time for the championship game, our featured attraction. We're going to listen in to the introduction of the starting lineups for both teams.
Dario. And forward a 6'5", grade 12, number 7, Mina Ogat. And forward a 6'3", grade 12, number 8, Jamal Hines. And forward a 6'8", grade 11, number 11, Adong McCoy. And starting at guard a 6'3", grade 12, number 12, Jalen King. The head coach of the Archbishop O'Leary Spartans is Mr. Ray Felice. And now let's meet the Garden City Gophers. At guard a 5'6", grade 12, number 1, Kristen DeLeon. At forward a 6'4", grade 12, number 6, Dylan Tagle. At guard a 5'11", grade 11, number 7, Cole Pinner. At forward a 6'4", grade 12, number 9, Trezon Morcilla. And starting at guard a 6' grade 12, number 15, Marcel Arruda Welch. The head coach of the Garden City Gophers is Mr. Phil Pinner. The officials for tonight's BRIT Championship game are Mr. Brad Clausen and Mr. Scott Harrow.
So the starting lineups are set. One game to go in the 48th annual Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. 20 games are played in this tournament, but this is the one that all 12 teams want to play in. It's time for the championship game. It's O'Leary against Garden City, ready to tip things off. Bit of a size mismatch on the opening tip-off. No real shock that O'Leary comes down with it. It's O'Leary heading screen right, wearing the dark uniforms. This is Adrian Dario with the ball now into the hands of Adong McCoy. Back to Dario. Simon Hyde, Trevor Myrtle from Bedford Road Collegiate. Nice play there, Marcel Arruda Welch. He's definitely a player to watch for Garden City. Ends up out of bounds with it.
Well, you know, Simon, we talked about in that third place game about how the up and down battle that it was going to be, and both teams like to get out and run. Well, I got news for you. These guys are going to be the exact same way. All right, especially Garden City. They're going to look to push the pace and try and assert their speed, all right, over the size dominance that O'Leary's got.
Getting the friendly roll, Adong McCoy, first points of the game. Just underway in the championship final. Garden City Gophers, been here 4 times in the last 6 years, have never won the BRIT Championship. This is Adrian Dario controlling. He's got Christian De Leon out on him. Jamal Hines. Now Mina Ogat. Ogat needs to get rid of it. Decides to heave up the shot. High arcing shot, gets it to drop.
Tough shot there, right? Wasn't left with many options. Decided to put it up and found the bottom of the net.
4-0 Archbishop O'Leary in the early going. Now might be about to be 6-0. A great pick there. An easy lay-in, Adrian Dario. Garden City, a very talented team. We mentioned Marcel Arruda Welch. This is another guy to watch, Trezon Morcilla. Doesn't come close to much on that shot, however.
Looks like a bit of the final nerves here starting to show early with Garden City. They need to get out and run if they want to have some success.
2 minutes gone in this one. Three-pointer is good from the corner, and no surprise, we get a quick Garden City timeout as Mina Ogot hits for three. Talked about it in the first game. You don't want to get down big in any game, but especially in these BRIT games with the shortened quarters. Game can disappear in a hurry, and the championship game, as you say, this might be as much as anything, maybe just about settling those nerves a little bit.
You know, I think so. You know, both teams, as you said it earlier, you know, with Winnipeg being here, what is it? This is their fourth time, correct?
Fourth time in the last 6 years.
Yeah, exactly, and never making it to a final. So, you know, hey, playing in this larger environment, you know, might nerves be getting to them a little bit. I think they just got to settle down and probably defensively look to get after it a little bit.
2012, they came in third. 2013 came in second. But as we mentioned, still looking for the championship victory. They were the ones that ended the mini dynasty of the Suns earlier today. Suns had come in and had won back-to-back championships at BRIT. Forced to settle for the bronze this year. So 9-0, just over 2 minutes into this one. Aruda Welch over to De Leon. He dribbles into traffic. A lot of height there on the inside. Garden City lucky to keep it alive, really. Now Aruda Welch, he'll put up the long shot. That one comes up short. Now O'Leary can make it a double-digit lead while pitching a shutout against Garden City. It's got to be either a travel or a foul, and it will go as a travel against Archbishop O'Leary.
Trying to force it a little bit there with that take, right? Needs to just settle down and come to a little bit more control.
Garden City, meanwhile, just trying to make something happen here. This is Aruda Welch. Picks up the dribble, now needs to get rid of it, gets it back into the hands of Morcilla. All over Aruda Welch is McCoy. Not really allowing Garden City much of anything in terms of looks here in the early going. 3 minutes gone in this one. Garden City still looking for their first point. First I thought it might have been a travel call. Instead it will go as a foul against the Fighting Gophers, who thus far haven't put up much of a fight.
Knowing them and their program, don't expect it to be like this for too long.
No. First foul of the game on either side. And now Garden City, nice play there to defend that. And we'll get the first Archbishop O'Leary foul in the game. First substitution of the game for O'Leary, Tristan Kamal. He had a very strong semifinal. Big guy who can shoot and drive.
Yeah, bringing in a little bit more size now. You take a look at, again, O'Leary here. They are massively outsizing Winnipeg.
Yeah. And again, nothing dropping. Tagle can't get it to go. Now Ogot throws up an air ball on the other side.
Winnipeg needs to look to push here if they're going to get on the board here early.
Aruda Welch back to Marcillo. Draws the double team, leads to the open look for Morcilla, can't get it to go. Another chance as Cole Penner comes down with it for Winnipeg. This is Christian De Leon. He passes off, long shot for Penner. Lid won't come off the rim. We're almost halfway through this first quarter, and Garden City has not scored a point. This is Kamal. He loves shooting from far outside.
That was a deep three.
Yeah. Ball will stay with O'Leary. Looked like head coach Phil Penner from the Gophers was saying that that long three-pointer from Kamal hit the support and should have been out of bounds. And I sort of thought that's what I saw as well.
That's what I thought as well too. But I guess that's why we're up in the booth and Mr. Scott Arrow and Mr. Brad Clausen are there and reffing this final game.
Another chance. Good defense here. I believe that was Dylan Tagle disrupting the shot, leading to a nice take. Marcella Ruda Welch, first points of the game, comes at about the 3.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. 4.5 minutes have been played. Finally, Garden City is on the board, trailing 9-2. This is Ogot. Turns around, nice drop.
Too easy there for Winnipeg. They're going to have to get around that and deal with that size advantage.
Marcel Ogot, the hot hand to start this game. He's got 7 points, 7 of his team's 11. Oh, like maybe contact there, but in the eyes of the official, all ball.
Refs are letting them play early here. As you know, one foul each called on both teams with 5 minutes gone by.
De Leon's shot off the mark.
Nice tip to keep it alive.
Man, oh man. And Garden City getting good looks, good open takes. Just can't get it to fall here. Pretty lucky at this point to be down just 9. Ogot feeling it, can't get that one to go, however. Ruda Welch, hands off for Marcilla. Now Tagle. This is Ruda Welch. Had to drag the foot back out for Tagle, and that's what they needed as he hits for 3. So that'll pull the Gophers within 6. 2:15 to go first quarter. Just the second field goal for Winnipeg. Oh, a nice play there, just ripping it out of the hands and taking it in the other direction. Christian De Leon, he just stole that from Adam McCoy.
There's the speed and the quickness we talked about at Garden City. Now let's see if Edmonton can come back and establish something down low and use some of that size.
Dario looking to take it all the way in. He draws contact. Foul going to be called against Trezon Morcilla. Subs on both sides. Miguel Guevara in for the Gophers, wearing number 11. Jalen King wearing number 12 back into the game for Archbishop O'Leary. They continue to lead by 4 as the front end of 2 free throws no good. 1:50 to go first quarter. Well, for 2 on that trip. So now maybe momentum swinging a little bit back in the Gophers' direction. Shot from the corner, no good for Guevara, who just checked in.
As you said, Simon, you know, Winnipeg is definitely getting pretty good opportunities to score and good, decent looks at the basket, but you know, nothing seems to be falling for them right now. They're going to have to rely on their defense in order to make sure that this doesn't, this lead for Edmonton doesn't extend past the 4 or 6 points.
Long shot, that one rattles around, won't drop for Kamal. Offensive rebound gives Archbishop O'Leary another chance. Dario now over to Hines. This is McCoy on the inside, nice take.
Nice body position down low for him, using the off arm, and we're able to get from baseline and finish.
So you mentioned this O'Leary team with a ton of size. Nice take here by Ruda Welch, just won't drop.
He is very quick off the dribble, and I think that Winnipeg's going to have to use a lot of that in order to survive in this game.
43 seconds to go, third quarter. Kamal might have taken an extra step, doesn't get it to go.
I thought it was a travel as well, actually, again.
When will they learn to give us whistles?
I know.
That shot comes up well short for Dylan Tagle. Another chance for Garden City. Ruda Welch thinks about the shot. Hines comes down to pick him up. Now we'll have a foul away from the ball. It looks like this one will go on Jalen King. If you're a Fab 5 fan, Michigan back in the day, Jalen King is a name you have to love.
You betcha. That's dating back to our era, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Combine Jalen Rose and Ray King. Come on.
I think there was a correction there. I think they're actually just changing the shot clock.
Okay. Good catch there.
Yeah, resetting it down to 10.
So about 11 seconds less than was on the game clock. Aruda Welch continuing to struggle here in the first quarter. Good play there to try and keep it alive by Guevara.
A good hustle. There you go. Kept it alive. There's the hustle play. Could make a difference.
4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Last shot, Trizan Morsilla well off the mark. And the trajectory of that shot in some ways a bit of a microcosm of the first quarter of play for the Garden City Gophers out of Winnipeg, as they managed to put just 7 points up in the first 8 minutes of play. Not what we expected from this team.
No, I think from both teams again, you know, and maybe this could be, as we said, you know, teams on the road. It's been a long 3 days, definitely, over the course of this tournament. And, you know, both teams are just trying to find each other out a little bit. But I ultimately expect, I mean, both teams are going to settle in. Those shots are going to start to drop for Winnipeg. And it's going to become a competitive game here down the stretch.
Neither of these teams had that first day bye. They both had to play on Thursday, so you're absolutely right. This is the 4th game in 3 days, and certainly fatigue could be a factor. Garden City beat the host Bedford Road Redhawks in their first game, and then continued their good fortune against Saskatoon teams, beating Bishop James Mahoney on Friday 62-44, and that led them to this afternoon's semifinal, where they took on the two-time defending champions, Labolda Suns, out of Regina, and that game was a thriller this afternoon. 66-62 was the final in that one, propelling the Garden City Fighting Gophers to tonight's championship game against Archbishop O'Leary. And we talk about the struggles of Garden City in the first quarter, but as you kind of alluded to, they're still only down 6 points after 8 minutes of play, so nothing to get super worried about at this point.
All right, let's see what they can come out here with in the second quarter. Gonna run a bit of a set.
This is Morsilla, now Aruda Welch. He works for the opening, puts up the long three. That one no good. Skying way up to grab that one. Dylan Tagle leads to another take. But man, just can't get anything to drop from outside.
Right now, he might be just thinking about it a little bit too much. He's just got to set his feet, focus in on, and let it fly.
Tristan Kamal back outside for Adrian Dario. No good. So Aruda Welch will push in the other direction. Just underway in the second quarter, 13-7. Edmonton over Winnipeg in the BRIT final. Aruda Welch working his way through. He draws contact.
Got the foul there.
First foul of the game for Jamal Hines of O'Leary. First team foul here, early going second quarter. Ball will stay with Garden City, knocked out by Dario. Aruda Welch, now De Leon. 6 on the shot clock. Morsilla, that's got to feel good. He's been having trouble getting anything to drop from anywhere around the perimeter.
Yeah, there it is. We knew it was going to happen at some point.
His first points of the night, the 6:47 mark. Ooh, that probably could have been a walk as well. And leads to another basket. Tristan Kamal, his first basket.
He's got a nice little soft touch for a big man. Can step outside, not afraid to shoot it.
Aruda Welch takes it in strong, and that's what we're used to seeing from him. Very strong athletic player. Back to a 4-point game, 6:20 to go second quarter. Kamal near side. Now Adong McCoy, that one no good. Battle for the loose ball underneath.
Edmonton, you bet. Nice box out there by Aruda Welch. He seems to be a bit of the spark plug right now for Winnipeg.
Mina Ogot going to be called for the foul. One of 3 Ogot brothers on this O'Leary team. Fortunately, the oldest of them, Ogot, unable to play with the injured foot. 6:03 to go. First half of action. Morsilla, another long shot. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. You can see Morsilla throwing his hands up to the heavens. as the rim cruelly spit that one out. So still a 4-point lead for Archbishop O'Leary. Hines picks up his dribble, and nice touch there from around the free throw line. Hines' first points of the night. Back to a 6-point advantage for O'Leary. Again, perhaps could have been a foul there as there was a collision between Marcella Ruda-Welch and Jamal Hines. Ball goes out of bounds though, and the officials say back over to O'Leary, yeah. Well, Brad Clausen, he's watched an awful lot of BRIT games, and he likes to keep them moving, you know. Yeah. Don't blow that whistle too often. Oh, God, beautiful spin move, can't finish. A couple of O'Leary players end up on the floor.
Going hard to the basket for that offensive rebound.
Hines and McCoy both get up.
So far, kind of both teams have done a pretty good job of neutralizing each other's strengths. You know, I think O'Leary has taken away the speed factor of Winnipeg, Garden City. But at the same time, you know, Winnipeg has done a pretty good job of keeping the big guys of Archbishop O'Leary off the glass and not allowing that to really be a major impact on a game.
Another turnover there for Garden City and Marcella Ruda-Welch. And then there's that man Kamal. We told you, he likes to take those long-ranging shots. And he hits a pretty decent percentage of them considering how far out he shoots. His first three-pointer of the night. That gives O'Leary back a 9-point lead. Morcilla looking to cut into that as he cuts through and draws contact.
Nice little counter there again, keeping the ball moving, keeping the defense, guessing. Able to get to the hoop.
So Morcilla to the free throw line. Struggled with his shooting from the floor. We'll see what he can do from the charity stripe. Hits the first one. That'll give him 3 points on the night.
Well, maybe a couple of shots here from the free throw line early might just settle his nerves down a little bit, get his feet under him, and allow him to shoot a little bit more confidently.
If you throw up a brick on the second one, though, might compound matters. So still an 8-point lead. 4.5 to go. First half of action. Off balance shot. But there for the putback. Oh, God. As McCoy missed.
Big man on the offside there on the rebound. Got to do a better job on that help side.
Bogot leading all scorers with 9 points. Ruda-Welch tries to put up the float shot on his way through. Doesn't come close. Substitution for Garden City. Jordan Cashton going to come in. But first, we're going to get another timeout. These teams will talk things over. So we told you a little bit about Garden City's path to make it to this championship game. Archbishop O'Leary, as we mentioned, also had to play and win 3 games to make it to tonight's final. They also carved a swath through Saskatchewan-based teams. Thursday, they beat Saskatoon's Marion Graham 51-45. Then on Friday, down Campbell out of Regina 76-65. And then in a semifinal this afternoon, beat Saskatoon St. Joseph 61-53. That punched their ticket to this championship game.
You know, that's interesting, Simon. You know, you take a look, obviously, you know, they're no strangers to playing teams that like to run and gun and definitely get up and down the floor. You know, take a look at Marion Graham and Campbell and St. Joe's, 3 teams that definitely like to get out and run and play that transition type of style of game. And for them to be successful in those 3 games, I mean, they definitely have shown over the course here of the BRIT tournament that style of play they're okay with, and they don't mind getting up and down the floor as well too. So, you know, Winnipeg's going to have to look to attempt to do something different here in order to close this gap and get themselves back in the game before half.
That's not going to help, as it will go as a backcourt violation against Garden City. Unable to corral the pass is Trezon Morcilla. 4:03 remaining first half. Double-digit lead for O'Leary out of Edmonton. Dario up high, now Ogot. Ruda-Welch on him. Now this is Hines working his way through. Spin around shot. That one just hits the side of the rim, but once again, Ogot, the right man in the right place there for the putback.
Winnipeg did a great job of forcing them into a tough shot, but unfortunately couldn't finish the defensive possession.
That scramble right in front of us there. Foul before the shot. Probably to the relief of Marcel Arruda-Welch, as once again his shot wasn't all that close. So Garden City being doubled up right now by Archbishop O'Leary, 24-12. 3:33 to go first half. Arruda-Welch, he'll kick it back outside. Dylan Tagle, 4-3, no good. Loose ball. Eventually Dario able to come up with it, but then right there to rip it right out of his hands was Cole Penner. Nice play by Penner. So Jordan Cashton. Now Tagle. Back to Cashton, far side. Dario on him. Too many steps by Cashton.
And it's Archbishop O'Leary here right now who's starting to dial up their defensive pressure in the half court and really getting after Winnipeg.
Christian De Leon back into the game for the Garden City Fighting Gophers, placing Jordan Cashton. 3 minutes remaining, first half. Neither team has really sparkled offensively in this one. Especially true of the Fighting Gophers. Turnaround hook shot. That one no good for Adong McCoy. It looked like he wanted to foul. Arruda-Welch gets underneath. Leads to an open take off the mark for De Leon.
Winnipeg's having a hard time buying a basket here. 12 points with 2 minutes left. They're still lucky to be in this game.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of the scoring. I kind of wish I'd been keeping track of shots because their shooting percentage, it's got to be in the 20s, I would guess.
Oh, it is not very good. No, and it's not as if, I mean, yeah, I know they're settling for a lot of long-range shots, a lot of three-point shots, but, you know, ultimately, they're getting decent looks. You know, they're just not able to actually make them go in.
Adrian Dario chance at a three-point play, can't complete it, but again, Ogot in the right spot for the offensive rebound, gets the putback.
There's the size and strength of Edmonton coming through.
Ogot far and away the leading scorer in this one. Unofficially 13 points. Another shot well off the mark for Trezon Morsilla, albeit with a hand in his face. Ball will stay with Garden City. 2:06 remaining, first half. Arruda-Welch, again, another Garden City turnover. Dario on the run. That looked like a travel as well. This is Kamal. Now Dario. This is Hines, gets it knocked away by De Leon, and we will get the foul call. Dario saw De Leon about to sprint past him.
The guy who's really made a difference here, I think, so far in this first half, Simon, has been number 8 for Edmonton, Jamal Hines. Defensively, he has just taken away everything that Arruda-Welch, is you know, trying to throw at them. You know, and he seems to be giving him fits. And early on, he was the only thing that Winnipeg kind of had going.
Christian De Leon good on both free throw attempts. That'll help the Garden City effort. But again, being doubled up, 28-14 by Archbishop O'Leary. 1.5 to go in the first half. Kamal, as we've seen, not afraid to shoot from out there. In fact, he does put it up. That one no good. Penner comes down with it. Whoa! Nice touch, Christian De Leon. He goes down hard, and it's nothing but net.
Tough shot.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Those are the ones that are going in.
Yeah.
Not the ones where they've got, you know, set feet, body control, all that stuff. The good defense.
So back within 12 as we pass the 1 minute mark. Ogot from way outside, taking a page out of Kamal's book.
Got a timeout, Edmonton here. I don't think Coach Felice was very happy with that shot selection there with the lead.
So the coaches will talk things over as we're in a timeout situation. Under a minute to go. First half of action, 28-16 is our score. Once again, a great job by the host committee here at Bedford Road, putting on this outstanding tournament as they do year after year. And usually each year, it's a bit of a tough slog for the Bedford Road team itself. Tough to come by awards, but holy cow, how good would it have to be for them? They beat Holy Cross in this tournament. I mean, is there a team in the world you think Bedford Road would rather beat than Holy Cross?
Absolutely not. I believe I heard somebody say earlier that actually that was Bedford Road's first win against Holy Cross since the 70s.
Wow.
In basketball.
Yeah, that's historic. A one-point victory for the Bedford Road Redhawks over the Holy Cross Crusaders. And of course, the Crusaders, far and away the best Saskatoon-based team when it comes to the Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. They've been here, I believe, every year, but maybe one.
Yeah,
and really struggled this year at BRIT.
They did. They're a young team and definitely figuring some things out right now.
I have to call it the basketball factory there in Holy Cross. So Ruda Welch, nice take.
Great layout of the timeout there by Winnipeg. Nice little backdoor setup, all right, based on all that pressure that Edmonton's been bringing.
So now within 10 are the Gophers. Trailed the entire way. Were shut out for the first several minutes, and now a Duncan Coy back to a 12-point lead. 17 seconds to go first half. Garden City can play for the final shot. Ruda Welch, Hines out on him. Little bit of a screen. Now they switch. Kamal picks him up. Long shot for Marcella. He hits for three.
There he goes. Nice little drive and kick.
Launch shot. Oh my goodness. Half court. Adrian Dario rattled around and nearly dropped.
With the way the first half had been going for Edmonton and how those long shots have been falling, I would have been surprised if that one would have went.
But it doesn't go, and a little bit of solace perhaps for the Garden City Fighting Gophers out of Winnipeg, as it is a single-digit deficit as the teams head to the locker room at the half. 30-21 is our score after 16 minutes of play, and the championship game at the 48th Annual Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. The last time out, we talked about all the work that goes into putting this tournament on. I know you see it as a guy who's coached here and played here. This is an unbelievable event each and every year.
Oh, hands down. First off, the staff at Bedford Road and the committee, and not only them, but just the students, and also too, we talk about past people who come back and actually commit to making this tournament happen. That's why BRIT is so special. It's the straight community involvement in the basketball world here in Saskatoon.
A little bit earlier in the week, I had a chance to talk to one of those people that make this tournament such a success, BRIT Chair Nicole Poirier. And now very happy to be joined by the woman who makes it all happen, Nicole Poirier, the chair of the tournament. Nicole, thank you so much. I know you're exceptionally busy right now. We really appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to us. Even before we went on air, we were talking about logistics for Saturday for our coverage. You must be answering about 10,000 questions a day leading up to the tournament.
That is one thing I was not prepared for. Even yesterday, coming back to work after Christmas break, I was not prepared for the swarms of people around me asking me questions about tickets or t-shirts or signs or anything. So it's been good though. It's a little overwhelming at times, but it's been good.
One of the things that I'm guessing helps a little bit with all those preparations is I know that they've been going on for quite some time. You guys pretty much, it seems like once things get torn down at the end of BRIT weekend, you start kind of looking ahead to the next tournament. Is that right?
That is correct. As soon as BRIT is over, we start thinking about the next one. And even actually right now we're thinking about 2 years from now when it's our 50th anniversary. So it's always looking to the future. We're always thinking about BRIT.
We had some big changes in here in the gym for last year's tournament. Of course, we've got the new stands, the new floor, the new name, lots of new looks. How do you feel those changes were embraced last year?
I think it was a mixed reaction.
Sure.
I think this is a school built on tradition, obviously, and our community loves Bedford Road, and a lot of our community comes from Bedford Road. So I think to see the old gym torn down and a new look, it was an adjustment, but I think the gym looks amazing, and I think that everyone is really excited about it, and yeah, we're just excited about BRIT.
That's great. So, as always, we've got 12 teams here to participate from Saskatoon, but also from around Canada this year. Talk about the efforts that you go through to bring these teams in. How do you go about getting these teams to commit, especially in years when you've got people coming from Australia or elsewhere, BC? How do you go about getting these teams to come to BRIT?
You know, this was something that I experienced for the first time for this
Sure.
BRIT. Brad Clausen did it in the years past and had his connections, and everyone thinks because this is such a big tournament and it is so prestigious that teams would be lining up, but it is that's probably the hardest job, is to get teams to come here. Obviously BRIT in itself, the name, people want to be participating, but the timing of the tournament sometimes doesn't work out with exam schedules, travel. So it is actually pretty difficult, but you know, just email, word of mouth, contact, any way we can, we try to get teams to come.
That's great. Well, it's always a great showcase of basketball, as well as, of course, all of the other things that go along with that make this such a great tournament. Want to wish you good luck this weekend. I know you're going to be very tired at the end of it, so enjoy and then get some rest.
Thank you so much.
The foundation of my community starts with you and me. More than charity, it's the empathy I feel for the people where I live. Close to home is where the heart is. Where help goes farthest, my foundation helps me start this. Bringing care to those who can't get by or just need to fly. My foundation reaches across the land, showing what we thousands banded together can do, including you. With a way and a will, it all gets built on the foundation.
It keeps you awake at night, and it causes stress. Debt. No one else sees it, but it's always there, weighing you down.
Get debt off your back. The Credit Counseling Society is a non-profit service that's helped thousands of Canadians solve their debt problems. It's confidential, it's free, and it works. Call the Credit Counseling Society. All you've got to lose is your debt.
Hi, I'm Ella. The warm-ups has been with me my whole life, ever since I was a baby. I've grown a lot since then, and they've made sure that I always have the devices I need to try new things. I can do anything. The warm-ups is there to help me be me. Ta-da!
Ever watch TV and said to yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision, on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child that needs help, please call or go online today.
I'm not special. Cancer happens to people all the time. I take 1 mile at a time, 26 miles a day. I want to set an example that'll never be forgotten. Sometimes, it feels endless. But the pain I feel is nothing. I've seen little kids in so much pain. Somewhere, the hurting must stop.
Carrie Fox ran more than halfway across Canada to raise money for cancer research. Every year, millions of people around the world continue the marathon of hope in his name.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey.
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 Hey, looks like you have time. Take a 2-minute test and find out your risk of getting type 2 diabetes.
At the half, our score 30-21. Archbishop O'Leary leading Garden City out of Winnipeg by 9 points. Take a look at some of the highlights, and that was a rare one for Garden City. There's another one.
You bet it was.
Tough first half for them.
You know, it was. Archbishop O'Leary really jumped out to an early lead, all right, based on some of their size, and I think they handled Garden City's transition game quite easily. Also, too, it played into their factor that I don't think Garden City probably shot over 25% in that first half for sure. It's going to be interesting to see here in the second half, though, how things are going to go and what's going to happen.
Underway with the live action here in the third quarter. Simon Hyatt, Trevor Myrtle from Bedford Road Collegiate in Saskatoon. Championship game of the Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. 30-21 as we get going here in the third quarter. And right out of the locker room, we have a basket for Hines and a chance at a three-point play. So the basket will count. It looks like. No,
I think they're waving it off. They think they called it on the floor here, so no continuation. Brad Clausen has overruled it. We've got it going in here.
So remains a 9-point lead, very early going here of the third quarter of the championship final. This is Kamal from O'Leary, steps inside the three-point line. Looked like Aruda Welch got a hand on that one and a chance at a cheap basket. Dario couldn't put it away, but Hines does.
Rule of thumb as a basketball player, never ever try and save the ball underneath your own hoop. Never leads to good things.
Hines just with 4 points now in the game. Tagle a little long on that attempt there to chase down the loose ball at Don McCoy. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. To an 11-point lead for Archbishop O'Leary. If you weren't with us earlier, they had led the entire way. Garden City didn't score their first points of the game until there were about 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Right now they find themselves down by 13.
Nice little spin move there in the post.
Garden City really struggled with their shooting in the first half, as Trevor mentioned. So far, no indication that's changing here in the second half. Kamal unable to hit that shot. Aruda Welch was a guy who really impressed me with his play this afternoon in the semifinal. Hasn't been a huge factor. Yeah, nice take there. Won't get it to go. And a chance to shoot a pair from the free throw line. Aruda Welch, 6 points for the Garden City Gophers. That ties him for leading scorer with teammates Kazan Morcilla and Christian De Leon.
Again, I think that if Winnipeg's going to get themselves back into the game, and it's going to have to be early here. Again, we've talked about those BRIT shortened quarters. Yeah. But for Winnipeg to get themselves back into the game, Simon, they're going to have to, again, to continue to attack the basket, you know, and get some easy hoops. They're able to there with a switch defensively. Aruda Welch got himself to the basket. Now, he was unable to convert, but we'll see if they can continue to do that here.
Goes 1 for 2 on the trip, so that'll make it a 12-point game. Just about 2 minutes here into the third quarter. Kamal no good on that attempt. You can see that last foul was called on Adon McCoy, and he was giving the officials an earful. His teammates kind of dragged him back down the court in the other direction. De Leon now over for Morcilla. Nice touch for Morcilla.
There they go. They got some ball movement there. Good patience on that offensive set. We're able to get a three-point shot. Refs are really letting them play, that's for sure. Not a lot of fouls been called this game.
Morcilla now takes over the scoring lead for Garden City with his 8 points. This is McCoy. That one off the mark. Oh, got there.
Second chance opportunity again for Archbishop O'Leary. Seems like that's been the way that they've either stayed and kept their lead here this game.
And Ogod has really been the master of that. He's made a living on those second chances, those offensive rebounds. He leads all scorers unofficially 13 points. Now make it 14 with that first free throw made.
He's been the Carter Miller 2.0 here in the final.
Second free throw good as well. Trevor alluding to our bronze medal game. Carter Miller, an outstanding game. A nice block shot there by McCoy. And folks, if you didn't tune into our third place game, you'll want to catch a rebroadcast of it, because you will see one play in particular that is one of the best in the history of BRIT. It was an entertaining game as Leopoldus claimed bronze. Long shot, nice touch from the corner. That'll drop for Dylan Tagle. So back
didn't hear much from him in the first half.
That gives him 6 on the night. More importantly, back within 8 are the Gophers. This is Ogot trying to work his way in against Marcel Arruda-Welch, and Arruda-Welch will be called for the foul.
Just the size and strength of Archbishop O'Leary is really starting to take a toll, I think, on Winnipeg.
Understandable for sure. They have not only a lot of height, but a lot of overall size. Got long on the first free throw attempt after he hit his first 2 moments ago, previous trip. Second one will go. That gives him 16 points on the night to lead all scorers. To a 9-point O'Leary lead. Tagle thought about the shot. Now over for De Leon. Morcilla looks to push his way inside. And we'll get a whistle.
Not going to get a call there. Trying to force it.
So back over to the Spartans. They lead by 9, 4:27 to go, third quarter. Led the entire way and at times by a sizable margin. This is McCoy, turnaround shot high off the glass, nice touch.
He's got great hands in the low post there and seems to be a real threat. Nice footwork, soft touch off the glass there.
Don McCoy up to 8 points on the night now. And back to a double-digit lead for O'Leary, and now another turnover. I think it was Hines that got in there and disrupted things. Ogot dribbles out with it. Over for Kamal. Now this is Hines in the corner, matched up on Cole Penner. Looks to go one-on-one. No good. Second chance. McCoy makes no mistake.
Size and strength again. Starting to increase their lead here with 3.5 left.
Now a 13-point game. Penner, now Morcilla. Morcilla goes in.
Take.
Draws contact, will shoot. Foul going to be called on Mina Ogot. His second, team second. So Morcilla to the free throw line. Really struggled with his shooting for much of the first half. No mistake on the first free throw. That gives him 9 on the night.
You know, still within reach though. You know, like
sure.
it's still, you know, hits his free throw here. We're still within 10.
Second one won't drop, however.
I jinxed him.
Dario with De Leon out on him. Now Kamal looks inside. McCoy can't grab it. De Leon, quick shot. That one no good. Ogot there for another rebound. Under 3 to go, third quarter. Edmonton by 13. Check it by 12. Spinning his way through it.
Nice defense. Oh, we got a foul there away from the ball. Great defense there by number 7 from Winnipeg, Cole Penner. Wasn't fooled by that spin move.
Now all of a sudden, Mina Ogot picks up his third foul, so he's going to head over to the bench.
Yeah, taking him out of the game, that could change the complexion of this game here in this 2.5 left in the third. Let's see if Winnipeg can capitalize and take advantage of him not in that paint area.
Jalen King replaces Ogot. Long shot, Arruda Welch for 3. He's up to 10 points now. Back to a 9-point game, 2:13 to go, third quarter. Hines with Arruda Welch on him. Nice pick. Stripping it away, De Leon. Arruda Welch with the lay-in. Thought we might see another dunk there.
He's athletic, but I'm not sure he's that athletic.
Yeah.
Good timeout here by Edmonton to try and break up the run. Winnipeg starting to gain a little bit of momentum.
For sure. So back within 7 is Winnipeg. He's so athletic, he can run backwards on the floor. Aruda Welch now up to 13 points on the night after his nice little spurt. While we have you, Trevor, as we mentioned, you're the head coach of the Walter Murray Marauders. Maybe give us a little bit of an update on the city basketball scene. Of course, we saw 5 Saskatoon teams in this tournament, 5 teams you know well. Early going of the season, obviously. How are things shaping up so far?
You know what, actually, I'm quite surprised. You know, last year we were fortunate enough to have a pretty strong team, and we were one of the teams that was lucky enough to play in last year's BRIT. Had a pretty successful run at it, and same thing ended up at provincials and at Hoopla, and same thing, pretty decent. Lost to a very talented Regina Laboldis squad in a provincial semifinal, unfortunately, last year to kind of end our run. But you know, graduated 10 guys from last year, but we've kind of found ourselves in the mix of things. We've actually been successful against Holy Cross twice this year here in league play, and kind of currently sit tied with BJM currently in league play right now. So we're right in the mix of it, and we're excited down the stretch seeing what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Back to live action here. Kamal spin around shot one there. And for folks who don't know, the teams that come to BRIT are selected before season starts.
Yes,
so
they are. Yeah, it's all strictly based on preseason rankings for Saskatoon teams. Yeah. And you know, and the coaches in the city and the BRIT committee, they do a great job of obviously making sure that there's always going to be some high caliber teams here, because obviously with the competition that they bring in from out of town, you know, they've got to go ahead and make sure that they want those local teams to go ahead and obviously have some success. Great move down low post there again by number 11.
Don McCoy, a beautiful move there. That'll give him 12 on the night. Aruda Welch, a great take.
Oh, we got an injury here on the floor.
Oh no. Initially, it looked like maybe, I believe that down there it is a Don McCoy on the floor. Tried to stand for a second, then it looked like his teammate said, no, let's just stay.
Yeah.
So he went up and defended Aruda Welch and then just kind of landed awkwardly. Yeah. He might have actually come down on his teammate's ankle.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I wonder if we can get if there's a different angle of that replay here. It's his ankle for sure. And from what it looks like, he actually looks like he's in quite a bit of pain.
Sure. Looks like he came down maybe on Jalen King there. Because King also ended up on the floor. So the trainers will attend to the fallen McCoy. And we'll get a couple more trainers out.
There's another look at it.
High look that you asked for.
Let's watch that right ankle here when he's going to come down. Now we're kind of blocked, but I think you're right. I think he did land on his own player. He kind of went over on it.
Now he'll get up and head back to the bench. Certainly you don't want to speculate too much in this situation, but with a little bit less than 9 minutes to play in this game, be a little bit surprised if we saw McCoy again tonight. And that's a blow for O'Leary as all of a sudden Garden City chipping away a little bit back within 7 points here.
I agree. I'm not sure we're going to see him here for the rest of the evening. And with Ogot in foul trouble, right? He was out earlier, right? They've brought him back in, but now with him in foul trouble, this is going to be really interesting how it's going to play out here in the last, basically the last quarter here. We got 56 seconds left here in the third. But it's going to be interesting to see if Archbishop O'Leary is going to be able to keep Ogot out of foul trouble, all right, in order to go ahead and again capitalize on that size and strength that they've had for most of the game in those second chance points.
So now set to resume play. O'Leary with the ball, leading by 7. 53 seconds to go, third quarter. Dario controls, now Kamal. He'll look to push his way inside, ends up throwing up an awkward shot, but Hines with the second chance, and that one won't go.
Bit of a forced shot there off the top.
Yeah. Aruda Welch.
Good hesitation.
De Leon back to Aruda Welch. 8 on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock. Open look, Dylan Tagle, 4-3, no good. Now shot clock off, 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Archbishop O'Leary looking to pad the lead heading into the final quarter. 7 seconds now remaining in the third. Dario, now Kamal gonna put up the long shot. Wow, long three-pointer, Tristan Kamal. And it is a 10-point lead for Archbishop O'Leary, and they probably needed that heading into the fourth quarter.
You bet. What a big play, clutch play there to end the third quarter and extend that lead back up to 10. Again, you know, we've talked about that mental thing, right? You know, the single-digit lead, now back up to a double digit. So it's going to be interesting how Winnipeg, if they're going to be able to come back out and actually respond to that.
Absolutely. 46-36 our score after 3 quarters of play as we take a look at some of our third quarter highlights.
Again, there's Archbishop O'Leary establishing himself early down low.
Again, seeing some great play from Adon McCoy. Unfortunately, looks like his tournament came to a premature end with that injury. And now if you're Archbishop O'Leary, of course, you have to look beyond just this tournament and think about how does this affect the rest of your season, because O'Leary, one of the best teams in Alberta, and looking to make a run in Edmonton Cities and, of course, Alberta Provincials.
And with already having one player, right, already out in if I saw him over there, I think in a walking boot or something like that, you know, that's definitely going to have a bit of a blow to their team, right, depending on the severity of that injury that he just received. So, hey, you know what? That's the sport of basketball, and it gives you know, and other guys an opportunity on the bench, a chance to step up, right, and fill the role.
I'm guessing you may have had an ankle injury or two in your time, Trevor?
Well, me personally, probably, yeah, for sure. But probably just coached a little bit more where, again, hey, you know, one man down, another man needs to step up and come into that role, right, and see how they're going to respond. So that's why it's such a great sport, a great team sport.
For sure. 8 minutes to go in this one. Fourth and final quarter about to get underway. 46-36 our score. Simon Hyatt, Trevor Myrtle from Bedford Road Collegiate. Thank you for joining us for a great evening of basketball, as well as the pom and cheerleading competition here on Shaw TV. Another great day of action at Bedford Road Collegiate, and as I say, we're ready to resume live action. We're not, because the scoreboard seems to be malfunctioning.
I think we've got some technical difficulties over at the score table.
Kelly Bowers in there helping to sort things out, along with Nicole Poyer. See at both ends. Well, now it's back on, but it seemed like it was flickering on and off. Now back off again. The one on our right-hand side has reset itself. And on our left side, it's the case as well. So they're going to have to sort that out and, of course, get the correct information back up there. 46-36 is our score after 3 quarters of play. So they will sort this out. Mentioned that pom competition. Hope you had a chance to check it out here on Shaw TV or in person. Congratulations once again to the Bedford Road Pom team on yet another victory, an event that they not only host but are now growing to dominate. Carolyn Parr-Hillstad and her squad, another outstanding performance. Of course, the cheerleading and pom competition, such a huge part of this great event.
Another facet of, again, a great tournament.
Seems like now they've got things sorted out. Play hadn't begun in the fourth quarter before the malfunction happened, so 8 minutes showing on the time, 46-36 the score. Just getting the inbounds in time was Dylan Tagle. The Gophers with the ball to start the fourth. They trail by 10. Morcilla, long shot off the mark.
He just has not found his range tonight at all.
Morcilla up to 9 points on the night, but he has taken a ton of shots. This is Kamal. He'll draw contact. Looked like not bad defense there from Garden City.
Yeah, I think he left his feet on that pump fake there and drew that contact. Pretty smart play, move down low, that's for sure.
First team foul here, very early going, fourth quarter. Also first of the game against Dylan Tagle. Kamal hits. So that'll make it a 12-point lead for Archbishop O'Leary with both free throws dropping. Marcella Ruda-Welch, a wide open lane to the basket and makes no mistake.
Great move to attack there. Edmonton's defense, help side defense, kind of fell asleep a little bit.
Ruda-Welch now leading scorer in the game. He's up to 17 on the night. Jamal Hines, Ruda-Welch on him. Hines looking to take it inside. Ruda-Welch got a hand on him. Second team foul in the fourth quarter. Sending Hines to the free throw line. Third foul on Ruda-Welch. At this point, can't imagine they'll worry about that a whole lot. With team down by now 11 following the first free throw made. Second one no good. Probably kind of just have to let him play, and if he fouls out, he fouls out. What is probably their star player, or at least among them. Almost loses the handle there.
A little too much there. Yeah, himself. Got to keep the ball moving.
De Leon for three. Christian De Leon now up to 9 points on the night. Back within 8. The Fighting Gophers
keep fighting.
Yeah, they do keep fighting. They won't go away. Kamal off balance, no good. A couple of Leary Spartans there.
Yeah.
Magwan Loki comes down with it, his first shift of the night.
They're going to have to clean up the boards on the D. There's a travel. Oh, we got a foul.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm with you. I thought either A, travel, or B, offensive foul. Ends up going as a defensive foul against Garden City. Team's third. Look down at the end of the bench there for Archbishop O'Leary as battle continues on the inside. Ruda-Welch, now De Leon, beautiful take on the inside. Starting to say, looks like Adon McCoy might be coming into this game. No, he's just got his shoes on and now heading back behind the stands. He did have his shoes back on, so you wonder maybe they're going to go back and try and do a little work on him and see if he can't get back into this game.
I think so. I think they might. You know, well, I tell you, Winnipeg sure has had issues on the defensive glass here all night.
And again, it's a lot of it is that size issue that we talk about.
Yeah.
They have all the height on the O'Leary side of things. Now Kamal uses his size, spins his way through, gets it to drop. He's up to 12 points on the evening. That came after another long three-point attempt by Kamal that missed. Now he comes down with a defensive rebound. Now back to the bench comes Adong McCoy. Both shoes on and tied, so maybe we will see him again.
Well, we might.
Long shot, air ball for Dario. 4:45 remaining.
I think we may have another sighting. I think he's coming back in.
De Leon, 4-3, no good.
Needed that one.
Got there to grab it. He's done a good job playing with those 3 fouls. He's the one who came in and replaced McCoy. Has stayed aggressive and strong without committing another foul. And now Tristan Kamal, another 3.
Great touch for the big man.
Now up to 15 points on the night, double-digit lead for O'Leary. Ruda-Welch well short on the 3-point attempt. Halfway home here in the fourth quarter, very close to a backcourt violation there for Dario, but the ball didn't cross. Now Kamal looking to push his way in once again. Kamal kind of seems like he just wants to take over a little bit and use that size because he's really able to muscle his way in there well.
You know, I'm quite surprised actually, you know, with an 11-point lead, 4 minutes left here to bring him back in. I mean, you and I think that the injury was quite severe, but I mean, I guess obviously not. I mean, he seems to be moving a little bit gingerly, but you know, I wonder actually if they actually do need him out there. You know,
I think a very good point, Trevor. Maybe a bit of a questionable decision as he makes his way back down the court.
Yeah, if I was Winnipeg, and I realize here, you know, some of the matchups, but I would try and let's test that ankle out, right? I'd get him involved in the screen and roll, and that's exactly what they're going to do. You betcha. Let's see if he can go ahead and if he can move.
De Leon for 3. He's up to 14 points on the night, back within 8.
And I think right now Garden City's got 2 battles on their hands. They got Archbishop and Larry, but they also too have the clock kind of playing against them a little bit.
Kamal from way outside once again.
Boy, he is shooting the ball very well. Right now, Winnipeg's just got to get themselves going here.
Morcillo with the answer for 3. The crowd at the Bedford Road loving it, making a ton of noise. As all of a sudden, after a first half filled with shooting woes on both sides, both teams now finding it as time grows short in this championship final. Morcillo brings Garden City back within 8. Kamal puts up another long three-pointer, no good. Block shot by Aruda Welch as Ogat came down with it. And now another chance as Hines came up with it and he's fouled.
Again, those second chance opportunities, right, that we talked about earlier in the game. For Winnipeg, in order to give an opportunity, they've got to be able to keep those guys off the glass. You give any team 2, 3, 4 opportunities to score, you know, down the stretch, that's going to hurt you. Takes a lot out of you when especially when you're fighting back to try and claw into a game.
Hines no good on the front end.
Still an 8-point game, 2.5 minutes left. I think Winnipeg's got to come with a little bit of pressure here defensively.
Now who's going to come up with this loose ball? And that's big because it's Archbishop O'Leary as Dario tracks it down. Man, that's tough. You get a couple of missed free throws and then can't come down once again with any sort of offense or defensive rebound. This is Hines, offensive foul. First foul of the fourth quarter for Archbishop O'Leary. Garden City now with 5 team fouls, so that will put O'Leary into a bonus, which in some ways could work to Garden City's advantage down the stretch if they feel they need to foul. Morcillo for 3!
Garden City starting to extend just a little bit. Oh, we got a timeout here. Yep.
5-point game.
Good timeout by Edmonton, all right, to try and break this run by Winnipeg. Now, again, if I was Winnipeg, I think they need to start to get up and pressure, all right? They only got 2 minutes left in a 5-point game. They got to start to get up, pressure the basketball, and see if they can create some turnovers.
Boy, oh boy, Tazan Morcillo struggled so mightily with his shooting in the first half, but he's found that touch in the last few minutes and has really helped his team get back within 5 points. 2:07 to go. This one is not over. Archbishop O'Leary has led virtually the entire way. I believe Garden City tied it once. But right now, things looking about as good as they have all evening long for the team from Winnipeg. 57-52 as the teams make their way back out onto the floor in this championship final. 2:07 remaining. Check that, Garden City has made their way back out on the floor, still waiting for Archbishop O'Leary. They were the ones who took the timeout. crowd here at Bedford Road, as you can see, loving it. Always a great atmosphere here at BRIT. Really says something when you have two teams going head-to-head that aren't even from this province.
Exactly.
And you get this kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, atmosphere and energy, you betcha, yeah. All right, Winnipeg extending a little bit defensively. Let's see if they can lock in and get a defensive stop and make this game a little more interesting with 2 minutes left.
This is Dario, now Kamal, he will shoot from anywhere. Looking to drive now, good defense there from Tagle. Back out now for McCoy. 3 on the shot clock. Looked like an accidental reset on the shot clock. Probably should have gone as a shot clock violation.
I agree, yeah. I think that was a bit of miscommunication, but hey, ball was out of bounds. Garden City ball here coming down.
So it works out. Garden City with the ball, trailing by 5. 1:33 to go. Aruda Welch. Now open look for Tagle. 4-3 comes up short. Good effort there to save it by Cole Penner, but into the hands of O'Leary. Aruda Welch, some good defense here on Dario. Now Dario looking to push it back to Kamal. He's got an open look, but now with the clock in mind, Kamal fires it down low for Hines, and it hits one of our guys down there underneath the basket.
Good decision to hold that ball and pull it out. I'm not sure why he forced that pass in there. I think he caught his teammate off guard. Here they come again with that screen and roll, trying to put him in with that bad ankle. Let's see if he can defend again.
Aruda Welch, now Penner. Jumper hits, 3-point game, under a minute to go. Now, once again, officials going to have a bit of a word over at the scorer's table. And yeah, it was a forced pass, although really felt like Hines probably could have extended a little bit better for that one.
I think he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm really surprised here that Archbishop O'Leary is leaving in number 11, Adong McCoy.
50 seconds to go, 3-point game. O'Leary with the lead and the ball. This is Ogot. Now looking to drive. 5 on the shot clock. Now Hines. He's going to push it in. Doesn't get off a great look, but another rebound. Don't know why Ogot threw that one back up right away. Now a battle on the inside, and we'll get a foul.
Got a foul against Edmonton on the rebound there. Not sure why he put that one back up. If he didn't realize that there was a new shot clock or whatever, that could have pulled that back out, and they could have ran another 24 seconds off. Got a timeout, Winnipeg.
Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the things they'll talk about in that huddle is guys be aware of the situation. Ogot could have come down and kicked that one back off and could have run down a ton of time. Instead, Garden City's ball, 30.3 seconds to go. As close as they've been all night, trailing by 3, and they've got guys who can hit from outside.
Well, I'll tell you, Garden City is showing here out of a couple of timeouts at halftime or whatever, they've ran some great set plays in the half court here. So I expect, Coach Pender's going to probably draw something great up. And again, if Archbishop O'Leary still has in number 11, Adong McCoy, with that wonky ankle, he doesn't seem to be moving as well as what he should be defensively. And I think they're going to look to come out to probably isolate against him, get him involved in some sort of screen and roll or whatever, and free up for an open opportunity. So it's going to be really interesting here down the stretch. Garden City, I think they've got an opportunity.
Absolutely, a 3-point game, 30.3 seconds to go. Garden City, Archbishop O'Leary, both looking for their first ever Bedford Road Invitational Tournament title. Garden City's ball on the near sideline. They'll inbound. It'll be Dylan Tagle to handle inbound duties. Almost losing it there was Aruda Welch. He manages to keep it alive. That could have been disastrous, but stays cool. Quick take. Morcilla ties it! 57-57!
Great set play out of the timeout there. And hey, talk about a shooter's mentality, right?
Yeah.
You got to keep shooting them, right? And that's why you shoot the buckets and buckets and buckets per day, right? For this one opportunity. And hey, a BRIT final, down 3 with 30 seconds left. Great hit there by number 7.
What more can you ask for in a championship game? Priscilla, open look, moving to his left. Nothing but net. And we're all knotted up, 57 apiece, and that'll tell you the story. These fans' reaction. Loving it here at Bedford Road. Garden City has trailed the entire way, but with 19.7 seconds remaining, they've tied it up. So now, if you're Archbishop O'Leary, what play are you drawing off? Shot clock is off. You can hold for that last shot.
Yeah, you can I definitely hold for that last shot for sure. But if I'm Archbishop O'Leary, I'm getting something to the basket, right? Garden City has 5 team fouls. So any foul here in this situation puts them to the free throw line with an opportunity to win it. So I don't settle for anything on the perimeter. I'm attacking the hoop, trying to get a post-up catch, an opportunity down low to win this game, right? And that's been a strength of theirs all game, so it's going to be really interesting to see how it's going to play out here in the final 19 seconds.
Mina Ogat to handle inbounds duties, gets it into the hands of Kamal, almost stolen there by Aruda Welch. Scramble for the ball at midcourt. We've got a tie-up. Ball will stay with Archbishop O'Leary, but Kamal wanted a foul there.
Took a little bit of time off the clock and now changed the possession error, so it's going to go back to Garden City, which again could play out here a little bit.
Ogat once again in for Kamal. No surprise, right out there on him is Dylan Tagle. Don't want him to get an open look from out there. Down to 7 seconds remaining in the championship final. If Archbishop O'Leary can score, they'll likely win. Kamal can't, however. No good! We're headed to overtime.
I believe you called that, Simon.
Well, I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but I'll take credit. 57-57.
Well, you know, it's a little surprised by the play call out of the timeout there to get him the ball up top and, you know, not run something where to get a ball into a guard's hand again, like I said, and then maybe get him a look down low, right? He's been pretty successful down low with having that opportunity, but hey, what do I know? I'm not coaching in the BRIT final, so here it is. We're going to overtime, Simon.
So 3 minutes on the clock for an overtime period at the Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. 57-57 is our score. Honestly, folks, if you were here with us earlier in the game, you know the first half, little bit of a snoozer, little bit of sloppy play. Second half has been amazing. Let's take another look at how we ended up at halftime. Aruda Welch over into the hands of Priscilla.
Yeah, great play out of the timeout there for that three-point opportunity.
6 points in the first half for Trizon Morcilla, 12 in the second half. No shot bigger than that one. And interestingly, again, Adon McCoy back out there on the floor following the ankle injury. Again,
it's going to be Winnipeg's ball here with that jump ball possession. So Winnipeg gets the first crack in overtime to go ahead and take this lead.
And you thought the quarters were short at BRIT. We got 3 minutes of overtime. Should be fast and furious. Buckle up, folks. I think we're in for a whale of a finish. Right now, officials discussing things once again at the scorer's table, perhaps ensuring whose ball it will be to start this overtime period.
Yeah, should be all right. So fouls carry over. That also, too, is going to be a determining factor, right? Again, if I'm Archbishop O'Leary, I'm going and attacking the basket early on. But here we go.
Marcella Ruda Welch controls for Garden City. Into the corner. Now back up for Tagle. Now Aruda Welch looks to attack. Off the glass. Won't go. Ogat, as he's done all night long, comes down with the rebound. 2:35 remaining in overtime. McCoy, now Kamal. Ball was the man who worked for that last shot in regulation. Nice pass here as he finds Ogot.
Great dish, great find there underneath.
A little bit of a quiet second half offensively for Ogot as he did end up in some early foul trouble. Aruda Welch long on the three-point attempt, but skying in. Christian De Leon losing every inch of that frame of his to come down with it. Puts up the three, no good.
That could have brought the house down, that shot there. I think he really wanted that one.
Yeah. De Leon listed perhaps charitably at 5'6". Disrupts that
Good
shot.
defense.
He might have just gotten a block. Now he
Garden
goes
City
on the
out
run.
running.
Great take, getting it to go Morsilla. Another one where it looked like there was maybe even some contact on the shot too. Thought it might have been a chance for a three-point play, but nonetheless is tied up. 59 points apiece, 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Ogot on the far side, down to 6 on the shot clock. He picks up the dribble. Now Hines, 3 on the shot clock. He's gonna have to put it up. Ends up being a very awkward shot. Almost goes, Ogot goes up, and now we'll get a whistle on the inside.
Offensive rebounds, there he is again. Yeah, number 7 from Edmonton, Archbishop Valeri, Mina Ogot. He's been a force on the boards here tonight.
Ogot's up to 18 points on the night as he heads to the free throw line. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and that's a big miss. Remember, very short overtime period, only 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining. Ogot good on the second one, so a 1-point Archbishop O'Leary lead. 1 minute to go in the overtime period. Garden City with the ball, trailing by 1. Aruda Welch looks to attack. Big block shot by Adong McCoy.
I guess that ankle's all right. Great explosion there. Nice block. Great offensive take. Great idea taking it to the hoop, but great defensive recovery.
Ball will stay with Garden City. 12 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Aruda Welch, nice pass. Another block shot, I believe, disrupted by McCoy. So now Archbishop O'Leary, the 1-point lead and the ball. 40 seconds to go in the game, 15 on the shot clock. Kamal, like he did at the end of the fourth quarter, holding the ball out high. Now looks to work his way in. McCoy goes in. Maybe got bailed out a little bit with a foul call as McCoy maybe a little out of control working his way through the key.
Yeah.
So he will head to the free throw line. McCoy 12 points on the night. Of course had that what looked like a bad ankle injury. But came back in and now nails an important free throw here. That makes this one all the more important. If he can hit it, it's a 3-point game.
Winnipeg first has to be concerned about the box out. They got to secure the ball here on a miss.
Second one rattles around and drops. So 62-59 our score. 28 seconds to go in the game. Aruda Welch controls for Garden City. Crowd on its feet here at Bedford Road. This is De Leon, now over for Morsilla. Had such a strong second half. Now Aruda Welch. Long shot. That one's an air ball. Good job to save it. Aruda Welch gonna have to jack it up. Gets the rim, so the shot clock will reset, and Aruda Welch hustles to try and save it, and smacks into a chair there at the bench. And now it looks like Archbishop O'Leary will wrap this up with the 3-point lead, 2.8 seconds to go. So a couple of okay looks at it for Garden City, but just unable to convert.
A little surprised there actually by Garden City that they didn't take a timeout to advance the ball and maybe draw something up. Although, you know, hey, the way the freelance has been working for them, right? They had that opportunity. I guess, you know, it's always that 50-50, right?
Sure.
I guess it gives an opportunity for Edmonton to set their defense or whatever, but hey, credit goes to Edmonton. They came up with a defensive stop right when they needed it.
So remember, as Trevor alluded to, The fouls carry over. So Archbishop O'Leary is in the bonus, so a quick foul would send them to a free throw line. And one free throw would essentially ice this game. No matter what, trailing by 3, only 2.8 seconds to go. Things looking pretty grim for Garden City. So O'Leary's ball near sideline. Will be Hines to inbound. Hines looking for Dario, needs to get it to someone, needs to get it in. And now we'll have a foul called against Garden City. You can hear people in the crowd calling for 5-second violation.
Count, and that's what I was wondering too, yeah.
Really good defense from Garden City. So now this will send Kamal to the free throw line. He can ice it. 1.6 seconds to go. First one no good. So now Garden City possibly with a chance at a desperation three-pointer which would send it to a second overtime. Kamal, who's had such a strong game, needs this one. It drops. So that will essentially do it. Aruda Welch puts up the desperation heave from 3/4 court. Almost goes, but it is the Archbishop O'Leary Spartans out of Edmonton who are your 2016 Bedford Road Invitational Tournament champions. What a game.
Amazing game, man. Well played game by both teams. Again, Edmonton came out and boy, they played a great first half. Were dominant on that offensive glass, but hey, give credit to Garden City for fighting back and making this an entertaining finish and giving us 3 minutes extra of BRIT basketball in this final on Saturday night.
Nothing wrong with that at all. 63-59, the final score. Congratulations to Archbishop O'Leary Spartans out of Edmonton. In their third ever BRIT appearance, they claim their first championship. Congratulations also to Garden City. They've had a third place, a second place, and now another second place. Great tournament for Garden City. We're going to take one last break. You're watching BRIT basketball on Shaw TV.
The foundation of my community starts with you and me. More than charity, it's the empathy I feel for the people where I live. Close to home is where the heart is. Where help goes farthest, my foundation helps me start this. Bringing care to those who can't get by or just need to fly. My foundation reaches across the land, showing what we thousands banded together can do, including you. With a way and a will, it all gets built on the foundation.
It keeps you awake at night, and it causes stress. Debt. No one else sees it, but it's always there, weighing you down.
Get debt off your back. The Credit Counseling Society is a non-profit service that's helped thousands of Canadians solve their debt problems. It's confidential, it's free, and it works. Call the Credit Counseling Society. All you've got to lose is your debt.
Hi, I'm Ella. The warm-ups has been with me my whole life, ever since I was a baby. I've grown a lot since then, and they've made sure that I always have the devices I need to try new things. I can do anything. The warm-ups is there to help me be me. Ta-da!
Ever watch TV and said to yourself, I could do that? Well, you can. As part of its community access programming, Shaw TV is looking for volunteer-run, community-produced short segments and shows. Create your own program, your ideas, your vision, on television. Bring us your proposal, sell us on it, and we'll train you and your crew, providing the professional equipment you need to make your ideas reality for free. Everyone is welcome. Get involved in making your own community program. See where it takes you.
63-59, the final score in our championship game. Congratulations once again to the Archbishop O'Leary Spartans out of Edmonton and head coach Ray Felice on their victory. First ever BRIT championship for Archbishop O'Leary. Congratulations again to Garden City on an outstanding game. We'll give you their leading scorers one last time. Tristan Kamal with 18 points, Mina Ogat with 18 points, and Adong McCoy with 13 points in the winning effort for Archbishop O'Leary. On the other side of things, for the Gophers, Trizan Morcilla, after a very strong second half, ended up with 20. 16 points for Marcella Ruda-Welch and 14 for Christian De Leon, as the Garden City Fighting Gophers come away with a silver medal. Second time they have done that in the last 3 years, come up with the silver, playing on Saturday night. What a great championship game we had.
It was excellent. What a great opportunity again here for Saskatoon to experience some great BRIT basketball on a Saturday night.
So that's going to just about do it from Bedford Road Collegiate as the hardware is handed out to the victors. Once again, Archbishop O'Leary Spartans are your 2016 Bedford Road Invitational Tournament champions. Congratulations to them. We look forward to being back right here next year for BRIT number 49 in 2017. Until then, on behalf of Trevor Myrtle, the entire Shaw TV team here at Bedford Road Collegiate, who's been here all day bringing you cheerleading and a doubleheader of basketball, I'm Simon Hyatt. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next year for BRIT 49.